Oh, well, I guess it's live. So, welcome to Cybercast, episode 282, the Transfer and Action Figure Podcast Show. Today, we're going to be covering our top 20 figures of 2020. So, I don't know how much more we can increase. Like next year, do we go to 21? Like, eventually, we're gonna get up there. So, but we all got quite a bit of stuff. So, I know that narrowing it down to 20 was pretty hard. I did a count. I was like, how many figures did I even get this year? And then like I got over 300. I was like, well, Jesus, I didn't even realize that it was that many figures. So, but let's see. Let's go ahead and get into intros. So we'll go Sport, Rick, and then myself.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew, known as Sportimus on YouTube and Sportimus Prime on Twitter and Facebook.
I'm Rick. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
And you can find me G1 Extron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page, the G1 Extron. So no Mount Rushmore today. We should be getting back in the regular routine of schedule and stuff like that, depending on if anyone has a team in the playoffs, if that game is going to go on or something at the next show. But do plan to have our next Cybercast show 2 weeks from now on Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and start getting into the normal routine of things again. So since the holiday season's over again. Let's see. Really no figure of the week, considering that we're doing a top 20 of 2020. We do have some news to cover because we haven't covered that since, I think, December 5th. If you haven't watched the last Cybercast that we did, we actually had Mark Weber. He was Hasbro's global brand director, I believe. Is that it? Like, it was a very extravagant title. It sounded really good. But like we had him on the last Cybercast, and we did a interview with him for about 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes, something like that. Yeah. So we talked a lot of Transformers, a lot of Hasbro stuff. We talked G.I. Joes. Yeah. I think we talked some Star Wars. So we talked a lot of stuff Hasbro and a few things outside of Hasbro as well. So if you haven't checked that out, it's definitely a good watch. So you can see if that's something that might interest you. And last thing, we haven't had a collection spotlight in a while. So if you guys, new year, if you want to be spotlighted on the Cybercast, then however big your collection is, take that amount of pictures. So if it's a smaller collection, you're just starting out, that's fine. If you got a really large collection, you can take multiple pictures. If it takes multiple emails, that's fine as well. You can send them to an email to me at g1extron@gmail.com, and we will take a look at them live on the show. All right, so Sport, you're going to kick us off. Number 20.
Number 20. I've got to reach way back here. This one I chose as number 20 because he is the father of Marvel Comics, Stan Lee himself. And I really am, I actually personally wanted a figure of him. So this guy is I think, is a loving homage to him. A loving tribute to him. So that's my number 20 is the Stan Lee Marvel Legends figure. I think they did a beautiful job on the sculpt and the little autograph on the front here. I got 2 of them. One to keep open and one to keep in minted box.
All right.
It's my number 20.
Cool. All right. My number 20. This is the only third-party item on my list this year, which is kind of different for me. I think usually I have a handful, but I just haven't been as much into the third party this year. So he showed up in our halfway point top 10, and this is that Studio Cell Unicron. And he needed to be on the list. And the reason he's 20 and not higher is because aesthetically he's perfect. But as I said in the mid-year top 10, I'm scared to play with him or transform him. He looks great on the shelf. Otherwise, he'd be higher on my list, but he had to be in there.
All right. So for my number 20, a lot of it had to do with the fact that this was actually one of the few Joes I was able to acquire. And also, I used to have, this guy back when I was a kid. So I went with the Arctic Storm Shadow. So I liked this figure a lot when I was a kid. So I was like, oh, you got him pretty early on. And it was actually one of the exclusives that wasn't like super hard to get.
Yeah.
So that was enjoyable. More stuff like that, Hasbro. Yeah. To where I'm not talking about more stuff like Arctic Storm Shadow. I'm talking about more like, hey, here's an exclusive, here's the pre-order, and then everyone just kind of took their time and like, all right, yeah, I get that. A couple weeks later, like, hey, it's still available.
Yeah.
So more stuff like that would help.
Yeah, and I think you could get that one through Amazon. I think that was a pretty easy experience. So I agree. Yep. Totally agree.
All right, number 19.
My number 19 is going to have to go to the Alicon.
Okay.
He's a simple figure. There's nothing really amazing about his transformation, but he's just so much fun. And this is something that I like to see from Hasbro is new characters. Well, he's an old character, but we haven't seen a toy form of him until now. So they took the big step, and I think it worked out well. And I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, and we all love that animated movie. I mean, we love getting stuff from that. So,
and he's a great army builder. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my number 19. This is the first on the list from Mcfarland Toys. I haven't said that, and I'm not sure if I've ever said that since I started doing the show. So, it's the Groblins that he did from the death metal DC stuff, and there's 3 of them. But the only thing different is the heads. They did 3 different heads, but he goes along with the Batman Who Laughs, and I'm a big DC Comics reader, so I'm glad McFarlane has been doing the death metal stuff and the metal stuff and some of the new recent comic stuff. I've got as much as I love Batman animated series and all the main like superpowers mainline guys, I love getting stuff from recent comics too. So he's the guy that seems like he's going to be doing that for us. So,
all right. So my number 19, and the reason I went with this, so a lot of the stuff, some of it was like, hey, that's cool, and then some of it was like, I put higher up, not because it's like, wow, this figure is just so much better than the other, but it's because like that spot needed to be filled. And I went with Black Series Count Dooku because here we got Darth Maul, you got your General Grievous, your Darth Vader, and the Emperor, all Kylo Ren, and then it was like, the Episode 2 guy, Count Dooku, and some Episode 3, but here I had all this stuff surrounding him, and he was really big into the Clone Wars and stuff. And I'm just like, it took a little bit longer to get him than what I thought it would be, him being, a Sith and someone that was really established in those prequels and the Clone Wars as well, cartoon.
His head sculpt's exceptional too. I'd say his head sculpt's in the top 10 easily.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's a good one. And they knew what to do with the soft goods as well.
Great choice.
All right, 18.
18 is going to have to go to Mr. Todd McFarland, Flashpoint Batman. And I really wanted to put this higher on my list. I really do. And it was really hard because given so many good figures that came out this year. But even though he's at number 18, he's an outstanding figure. I'm going to be honest, I don't know too much about this character, but I fell in love with the look. I fell in love with the design. And it makes me want to get that comic. And that's, to me, is what really struck me is this figure made me fall in love with the design and made me want to know more about this character. So not only is it a great sculpt and a decent figure in terms of articulation, but it also got me more interested in DC Comics. So that's number 18 for me.
Always a good thing.
And they could find him, too. Target exclusive.
Yeah, he was easy to find. Yep. All right, my number 18 is one of 2 Hot Toys on the list. He made my mid-year, and he's still in here. Krennic. And Rogue One is still one of my favorite. I think Rogue One is still one of the best Star Wars movies that they've made. And I like this version of him.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
All right, so 18 for me. I was only able to obtain this because of Mike, but I'm gonna go with the G.I. Joe Baroness. Not necessarily the motorcycle, just I like Baroness. So I mean, motorcycles would have had, but I could have went without the motorcycle. I just really like the Baroness. So
yep.
Yeah, she's a bad girl.
I'd have more Joes on my list, but wasn't able to get them. So all right, so what are we on now? 17?
Yep. So this one I had to put on the list because of nostalgia, and it really struck my 5-year-old self all over again. And that is the Motu Origins figures. And I just have Man-at-Arms here because he's the first one that I got in the line. And when I cracked him open out of his packaging, and it like I said, it brought me back to my 5-year-old self with the removable armor pieces and the general style. The aesthetic is like the original. And these toys are meant to be played with. These are not just your posable, put them on the shelf figures. These things are made to be durable. You can pull them apart. You can tear them to pieces all you want. They'll go back together again. They're not going to break on you. And I think that's a mark of a good toy, is something that you're not going to be afraid of messing with or damaging or breaking. And it's going to last you a long time.
It's a cool gimmick, too, because you like making new characters. Once you're like 20 deep, there's a lot you can do with all those parts and pieces.
And then you got the WWE figures, too, that you can still mess around with. So there's a lot of play value if you're, if you have kids or just like to mess around with toys, or just put them on the shelf, whatever you want to do. It's all out there for you in this line.
Yeah.
And the prices are good, too. Good
prices. I agree. Number 17 for me is, I agree with Josh, the Baroness. I like what they did with her. She still looks, like we remember her, but they made some really cool design choices, with this. And I like the fact she came with the vehicle. I hope they do more with that, like the Ram Cycle and the Trouble Bubble and the Triple T tank for Sergeant Slaughter. I really hope they do that. I would love this. The Chariot for Serpentor. Also, Zartan Swamp Skier. I still think they need to do like a nice convention exclusive with the Swamp Skier. So cool. Baroness kicked it off with that bike. Hopefully they'll keep doing that.
All right, so for my 17, it's not all of them, but the one I'm gonna go with out of this 4-pack is the Jean Grey. So the black one there. So even though that Emma Frost be looking nice, but
I mean that's the sexiest toys of the year right there. You got in your hand, no doubt.
Yeah.
And it should be the Hellfire Club. That's half the appeal.
it's just the Playboy Club for X-Men.
Half the appeal. Very talented line there. Yeah. Nice.
All right, 16.
16. Yes, sir.
Yep.
And I'm gonna give it to something that I don't think a lot of people will agree with, but it's my personal favorite Transformer because it was my first Transformer, and getting it again in Earthrise, that would be Sunstreaker. I love the design of this toy because it is very reminiscent of the original with modern takes in a lot of it. I'm glad that they did not use a fake chest. They gave him his real chest by splitting the windshield. I like the way they did that. It's based on the Wheeljack design, but I'm really happy with this figure. And in hand, the colors don't bother me with the yellows. I'm actually going to remove the yellow off the forearms and leave them all black, just like the original one was. And this thing gave me all the nostalgia feels for me. That's Earthrise Sunstreaker.
All right, number 16. This figure came in a great big box, and it is the PowerCon Lords of Power concept figures. And the one I chose is my favorite of the Masters of the Universe. Good old Merman.
Yes.
And the deco on this guy, so far, I think it's the best deco in the Origins line. He's even got his little kind of like barnacles on his butt in the back.
Yeah. Funny,
on the front, he's got all these little elongated things here. He's got, like I said, the decos on the sword, on his chest, on those ankles and legs. So yeah, love that Merman.
I got him on pre-order at BBTS. Great figure.
Okay. I didn't bring one over. Let's see. For number 16, I'm just going to go with, because we're not doing the 2-packs, just the Slash. I like Slash. That'll show.
A good character. Yeah.
No, that's Slither. Okay. Yeah, Slash there. I know it's reflecting off the light. Yeah, but he was one of my favorites, so
cool
to get him.
That's a good line. My 15?
Yeah.
15. So that's gonna go with the Netflix Soundwave. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is like, at least to date, because who knows what the future will be, but to date, this is the perfect Soundwave in terms of mainstream line. The boombox is okay. I don't know why Hasbro can't figure out how to make a rectangle, but otherwise, I think he's a perfect package. This is a good deal for the money. You get some of the tapes, the more important ones like Laserbeak and Ravage.
Yep.
It's a good deal. I mean, there's no battle damage on him. He's clean. He's got the look, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he's an excellent purchase for any Transformers fan.
I like the no battle damage and that he actually turns in what he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yep. And the two tapes. I agree. It's a good choice. Good figure.
Good deal.
Number 15 for me, I'm going to go with McFarland's Flashpoint Batman. Nice. Thomas Wayne. He's got that nice. It's got such a block chin going on. He's got the dual pistols. This Batman is not afraid of guns.
No, he's a bad boy.
And the red accents on the holsters and the chest and stuff, and the eyes. I love this Batman. It's sort of like the Punisher Batman to me.
Yeah.
Which is a really good mixture. Vengeance and more vengeance.
Yeah. Daddy's not messing around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so 15 for me. I think this is my last NECA figure, but it's another character I like a lot. So I went with the Toon Metalhead, and he's a pretty big guy too. Because with some accessories, probably won't put any of them on him because it'd be a NECA. It'll probably just break. So
I mean, what figure comes with a vacuum cleaner? Yep. That's awesome. He almost made it on my list, but he's a great figure. We're on 14?
14, yeah.
14 is going to have to go with the Beskar Armor Mandalorian. Beautiful figure. That's all I have to say about it. Just beautiful figure. I mean, the whole Black Series is a good line. I just can't think of a bad one in the Black Series, at least not 2020 anyway. But if I had to pick one, it would be the Mandalorian and Beskar Armor. Great series. I mean, this brought me back to Star Wars. And so having this character in hand, it just feels so good. Because I'm back into Star Wars now because of this. So that's my number 14.
All right. Number 14 for me, still in my tops list, is Earthrise Prime. This is one of those figures where I've messed with it. Most of the figures made my list because I've messed with them a bunch. There's only like one or two that had another reason. Most of them are because I've played with them a bunch. And this is a good Prime. This is probably my favorite Prime, since the beginning. So it's a really nice one. He comes with a trailer. Everything is good.
And if you get the non-F upgrade parts, he's even better.
Yes, that's this stuff in the back there, and some other stuff like the hitch.
With the blue?
Yeah.
It gives you some added stuff on there.
And the ramp is better too.
There's a new ramp right there. And then there's a roller and some other stuff in there. It's worth it. I can't remember what the non-F price was. Do you remember what that cost?
$25.
Yeah, it was fairly affordable.
But you get good quality stuff. They're well done pieces.
Yeah.
All right, so 14. I'm gonna go with the Super 7 Foot Soldier. I mean, looks just like did back whenever you got it as a kid and saw this thing, even though it's obviously a lot bigger. He's not all crunched over like the vintage figure was. So just can't wait to get him out of all these guys, out of their boxes. And
that packaging is also very nice.
Yeah,
very nice packaging.
Cobra too.
Yeah. I hope they reissue somewhere down the line that's that Foot Soldier.
You would think they would, because I'd like to troop build, and I'm not troop building currently because the prices are a little much.
I know, it's crazy. But that's a really good figure.
Yeah, what would you think if they troop build them, but they made them to where they didn't come with as many accessories? If they kind of did what Marvel Legends did, you don't have to come with a beautiful box like you did, but maybe just a dumb down the accessories, just a couple that we could troop build with, and like just put it in the most basic packaging possible. Do you think you can shave off $10 there?
Yeah.
From going from 35 to maybe 25, and then I'll troop build that.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
I mean, NECA did a great job with their Foot Soldiers. I got a bunch of them because of the way they packed them. So you had the 2-pack, and you had them mixed in with the other characters over them. But 12?
13.
13 goes to Netflix Bumblebee. Never in my life was I expecting a mainline Bumblebee that would turn into a Volkswagen Beetle. I figured those days were gone, except for that Masterpiece line. How they pulled that off, I don't know, but I'm glad they did it. This guy, from what I've seen in a lot of reviews and from a lot of people who have this out of box, it's like a mini Masterpiece. And I think they took some cues from the transformation from the Masterpiece. They just simplified it, made it look good. The colors match. The yellows don't, they're not, mismatched with yellow.
They're not like Sunstreaker.
Yeah, I know. Ouch. That's true. I'll get to that, but and I think the clear blue for the windows is a separate piece of plastic. So that's something we haven't seen in a long time. Usually they'll just mold it into clear plastic and then just paint over it. But really well done figure. He is expensive, but I think he's worth every penny.
Yeah, he's a good figure. If they had put his Autobot logo on top and on the chest instead of, that's my only gripe. But otherwise,
but nothing a Replo label can't fix.
It can.
Yeah.
Number 13 is, for me, Skylinks. I've played with this one probably as much as I've played with the Prime. And this one is one where, I'm definitely shifting modes. This is probably still my favorite one. But this toy has been a lot of fun to play with, and it's nice to have a better Skylink. Anytime they can take a G1 toy and make it better, because I look fondly on that nostalgia. You know how nostalgia goes a long ways, but this is a better toy. Didn't need the electronics, but this is just a better toy. Yeah. This is the Skylinks, so I appreciate that.
All right, so let's see, number 13.
Yep.
Still Super 7. I'm going to go with Raph here. So
the best turtle.
Yes.
I'm a Donnie fan, but yeah, they all have their contributions except for Mikey. But
He's the party dude. Come on, yeah. The pizza man.
yeah, but yeah, these look great. To where I'm like, I'm hoping that I can, start to get off of that NECA turtles and just go all in Super 7.
Well, I'm definitely all in for Super 7 Turtles. I'm in love with that line. 12 is going to go to something that I've been just really thrilled to get, even though I have so many of this mold already. And that's going to be, the G2 Generation Selects Megatron. It's just, he's better in hand than you see in pictures. I love the colors. He's so garish. He's so just just so G2. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. He's crazy.
G2.
And that's what G2 is known for, these crazy colors and, just wild schemes. They just didn't care. They just like, let's throw in this color and that color. Who cares? But he's just a beautiful Megatron, though. It works for him. It works for this mold. If you don't want the Earthrise Megatron, this one is a great alternative to buying another gray one. So really well done. Beautiful figure. Really fun to have. I'm not sure where I'll put him, but he's a very happy purchase.
You just have to buy more G2 stuff then.
Yeah, I do.
So you got to show for.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, number 12 for me is Tigertron. And I'm a fan of Beast Wars, not as much as some of the other guys. But Tigertron is my favorite character. And I'm really glad they got to him. So.
And he's not a reuse of the Cheetor.
No, he's much giant. Much bigger.
Yeah,
and
he's bigger.
He's got some nice girth, some nice size to him, which I appreciate.
And they figured out how to use the tiger head as the tiger head in the robot mode too. I appreciate that.
Yep.
So he's
nice
a great
face
choice.
sculpt. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for number 12, I didn't do Splinter. He didn't make my list, but this guy definitely did. This guy, look how huge he is.
Yeah, he's a nice.
The legs go all the way down there. This is a huge figure, and he comes with a little mouser too. Oh, it's over here, but this is an awesome looking figure. So
he almost made the list. Like he was right there. I had him in my hand, and I was like, if we had done 25, he would have been in there.
Same here, absolutely. I love that figure.
Dude, I can already tell you that next year's whatever we're doing, it's gonna be super hard because we're gonna have Masters of the Universe in there, more Super 7 Turtles. We're gonna have Thundercats in there. Hopefully G.I. Joe gets their acting gear. We're getting these 86 movie. Like I just got them, like in 2021, so they couldn't make it to the 2020. But we start seeing more stuff out of that. Like, dude, we're already piling up for 2021, where we could do like next week, in a couple weeks, we could do a mid-year show, for them. Top 10.
That's gonna be a tough one, yeah. That's a good figure, though. I love it. Number 11.
Yep.
Number 11 is going to be this guy, and I'm going to go with the Skywarp, but fill in whatever seeker you want because they're all the same mold. But this 2-pack with the Skywarp, I love the colors, I love the size. I've been wanting a Voyager size seeker for years and years and years, and finally they did it. And I love the look of it. I don't care if it doesn't have landing gear or not. They nailed the look in both the jet form and the robot form. I like the transformation. This is a very fun, playable, and displayable transformer. One of the nicest ones to come out in the Earthrise line. For
Yeah, really good.
Cybertron.
Yeah, they're good for sure.
Love the Seekers.
So number 11 for me, this is the only time I think that we've done top figures that this is in the box. I've never done one that's in the box. So it is going to be the Supreme Snake Cobra Commander, which I only got one of. But I've got, I think, two other versions of this. But this one's easily the best one with the gold and the cape and all the extra accessories. I think this was a Pulse exclusive, wasn't it?
Yep.
But I need to get another one so I can open them. But yep, I love this package. It's a really nice package, and
they went over the top of that package. It was
like the back is crazy good. You know, it's a really good, one of the best packages of the year, and a really cool Cobra Commander.
All right, number 11 for me. I think this may be my first Transformer to make it on here. Actually, I have a few Transformers. I don't think I had many last year, but I went with Astro Train just because I love Astro Train, and this version looks so much better than that weird looking version they put out a while back. I didn't like that one at all. I completely passed on it. But like this one, I'm like, this is how you need to do the triple changes. And now I'm like, all right, now come back with, give me Octane and Blitzwing again, but like put, the focus that you had in this one into those.
Yeah.
Like you did with Springer. I think Springer, this Astro Train, those are bangers.
Yep.
Now give me, the proper Blitzwing and Sandstorm. Broadside.
We haven't gotten Sandstorm in a long time.
Yeah, and that broadside was
disaster. Yeah.
That thing was terrible.
I can't even give it away. Oh well. That's a great choice. My number 10 is going to be the retro Marvel Legends, retro, whatever you call them, the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Best Spider-Man ever. They gave him, I don't know what you call it, but that extra joint above his pelvis that allows him to crouch more.
Yep.
So you can get him in those spider poses that, a spider can. The only drawback is I wish they gave him interchangeable hands to give him more options, but otherwise, this thing is a really well done figure. He's not pinless. I just found out that some of the newer figures are pinless, but either way, the posability of this guy, the way he's decoed, pure win. This. I want another one. Don't know why, but I just do. But this is my favorite Spider-Man. Period. Bar none.
All right, number 10. All right. So very early this year, Super 7 got us the William Stout collection from the He-Man movie, Masters of the Universe movie. And he had to make the list. I didn't think we'd ever get him, but he was on my mid-year and he made it through. He actually went up a few notches. But I love this figure. I can't get enough of him. I always come in the room and always look at him. He's one of the first things I look at. So
I kind of wish I had one now. I passed. I had several opportunities to get it, but
it's always eBay.
All right. So number 10, this line. I actually have a couple from you, but one of the coolest characters, Deathstroke, from the DC Collectibles Batman animated line, or Batman The Adventure Continues, but unfortunately it has ended. Hopefully we get those last few figures that they have in the pre-orders. But yeah, at least we got the Deathstroke.
Yeah, there's some few good ones that we got. So
great character, love it. Number 9. Going to be going for the most excellent, most brilliant, best amazing Transformer character ever because he's magnificent. That's going to go with Skylinks. The crazy chicken shuttle lion guy, whatever. There's not much to say other than what Rick said. It's a fantastic figure. They really nailed it. What was it? Combiner Wars Skylinks was garbage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I sold that in the New York Minute. But this guy, they did it right. I mean, he's a shuttle that turns into a giant space chicken. I mean, that's a win right there. But the love that they put by, labeling it Magnificence and NASA. I mean, they clearly put a lot of thought into this toy. And he holds together really well. When you combine these things together, he's not going to fall apart on you. He can support his own weight very well without any issues. So they really made sure that everything was solid in engineering and transformation, which really makes this a fun toy. And he's just crazy. And they gave him a third mode, which is that shuttle launch bay thing. I don't know what you call it, but they didn't have to do that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they didn't have to do that, but they did. And I was so worried that they got rid of the Lynx mode for it, but sure enough, he does it all. So fantastic toy, fun playability for both kids and adults.
All right. Number 9. Now we're within the top 10, so this is like the creme de la creme. Like Josh said, I think we all probably bought 200 to 300 figures this year, easily. I mean, I collect a lot of lines like he does. So this one, number 9, the epitome of G.I. Joe being back to me is this guy, front and center. And he's a good version. I liked all the accessories, the backpack, the look. No problems with it. Played with this guy, taken so many pictures with this guy. I mean, can't go wrong with Duke.
A sport. I don't know if you saw. I think it's Dakota, maybe someone else, but they said
I couldn't read it.
Looks great in the box.
It looks fantastic in the box. Mint. It's mint, Dakota. Mint. Like you like it. Mint. Yeah.
All right. So my number 9. I went with Figma Zenyatta, or as I call him, my Zen boy, because Hasbro, you couldn't finish there's only 32 characters. Come on, Hasbro. You should have been able to knock that out pretty easily. But you didn't do my Zen boy, so I had to go get them from SH Figure Arts, and I also had to get my Diva from SH Figure Arts, and I guess I'm gonna have to track down some more. They're more expensive. Now they're getting into like the $100 price point, but I would have liked to got them at that Hasbro $20 price point. But the Figma, they come with a lot more stuff. So his orbs and poses, stand, you can pull off so much more stuff. So that's one of my mains that I play with. So
does he blend well with the Marvel Legends?
You mean the Hasbro Overwatch figures?
Oh, I was.
He's an Overwatch figure.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah. As far as like size goes and stuff, like they blend in pretty well.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's just both 6-inch scale. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. The Stasis Slut person is Mike. So, he's been in here talking about Beast Wars Megatron. I figured that was Dakota. If he would have been dropping pop figures, then I would have been like, okay, that's Mike.
Didn't Beast Wars Megatron come out last year?
No, he's probably talking about the New Kingdom one, maybe.
Well, I'm counting that for 2021. So.
Yeah, some people got them last year. I think.
That's not.
I'm not counting it at all.
Yeah.
We know Josh doesn't.
He's not an animal guy.
All right. So what do we got here for
number 8? Number 8 is going to be a character that I instantly fell in love with. And he is one of my favorite Marvel Legends. And thank you to Angry Mike for helping me get it. And that is Red Hulk. This guy's a beast. And he is a hefty figure. I mean, this guy, you can club someone with him and probably knock him out. I mean, that's how heavy he is. He's really a substantial figure. I love the sculpt. I love the rage. I mean, they captured him perfectly. One of the best in my. And I got it from Angry Mike, by the way. So.
I know. That's why I'm like, that's probably how he
Yeah.
acquired them too. Is he clubbed somebody over the head with it, and then it was like, is he describing Mike and like
a little bit of both?
His thank you speech, or is this talking about the figure?
He knocked out a bunch of Target employees to get this for me. So thank you, Mike. One of my favorite. This is probably one of those figures that I will never sell. That's how much I love him. He'll always be in my collection. I love this guy. That's my number 8.
All right. Number 8 is going to be the figure that I troop builded the most this year. I think I ended up with 10 of them, and that is the 332nd Ahsoka Troopers.
No wonder I couldn't find them. You have them all.
No, well, Mike helped me out with a few, but believe it or not, Walmart actually fulfilled almost all of them. I ordered a ton of them, but they fulfilled, I think, all of them that I ordered, but then Mike helped me out as well.
Cool.
But I was surprised. I was very surprised that they fulfilled them all. I really was. I didn't think they would.
I'm glad they did.
See, number 8. I'm gonna go with another G.I. Joe. I'm gonna go with the Cobra Commander and throw him there. So I got the other Cobra Commander, but I'm just like, yeah, this one looks good. I like everything about it, so it's cool. All right, what are we on? 7?
We're on 7. And if I can get it out, be happy to show it. Jeez. It's always when I'm on camera. Number 7 is going to go with the MP36 Plus Spin Out. This came out late in 2020. It's basically the Red Sunstreaker, but it's the toy version. So they gave him the toy head. They gave him the Diaclone colors, the red with the black accents. Beautiful figure. He's more detailed in the shins and all that. So he's probably my favorite Transformer masterpiece car at this point. I just love this mold. And beautiful chrome, really well done figure, and I love it. That's my number 7.
Very nice.
Just make a yellow one, Takara, please.
Number 7 for me. This came late in the year, but if this is how Studio Series is going, then I am all over Studio Series. It's a Hot Rod Studio Series 86.
Oh, lucky.
I've transformed this thing probably 10 times at least, more than I do lately with Transformers. Anyway, I love this figure. I play with them a lot, so like I can't wait to get the rest of them.
And no waffles. He's solid all the way around.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Get the Cyclonus too. Freaking awesome.
I've got that one. Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay.
Number 7. I'm not gonna even take it out of this big box thing, but it's gonna be the G.I. Joe Classified exclusive Snake Eyes and all the stuff he comes with. So.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So I put him at number 7. I think that's got to be my last Joe on the list. So.
Well done figure. Number 6.
Yep.
Number 6 is going to go with the William Stout, the 1987 Master of the Universe Skeletor figure. Something that many Motu fans thought we would never get, but always wanted. And if you like God Skeletor, you can interchange them. They're both the same with a few minor little changes. But when I saw the movie, I mean, this was such a beautiful design in terms of costume. I loved every bit of the Skeletor. And to have him in figure form, finally, after all these years, Super 7 knocked it out of the park with the details. Of course, 4 Horsemen. Absolutely love this figure. And this is like one of my prized possessions, this guy right here.
Yeah, great.
Not that good of a movie, but I love it.
All right, number 6 for me is going to be for my girl, Ahsoka, the Clone Wars. Walmart exclusive. Washi is a Walmart exclusive. Why they all were, I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but
I never found her.
Mike hooked me up with one or two of them. I can't remember, but I ended up canceling the Walmart one because I didn't need it.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
She'd be
get
on my
enough of that
list too.
character.
She had to go on my 2021. So
Yeah, I got a few like that. It's by like 8 hours. I've got a few that I couldn't put on here. It's killing me.
Sport. Let's see. Mike says send him money. I think.
Okay.
Well, all he put in the chat was money, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. So yeah, Delirium 2020, the year of exclusive. No kidding, man.
Yeah.
All right, number 6 for me is a Marvel Legend, and this thing is so awesome. And I got the other one too on pre-order or something. I don't know. I got another version of them, but Doctor Doom.
He's a good figure.
Dude,
A lot of texture.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nice use of texture and paint. It's a good example of how to do it.
I love it. I love this Doctor Doom figure. So, yep, that's my whatever it was, 6 or something.
Number 6, yeah.
Number 6, okay.
So you're on 5.
This is number 5.
I skipped someone for some reason. Okay, well, I'm going to go with shoot, I somehow messed up my order. Number 5, you said? I'm going to have to go with the Super 7 Rafael, the TMNT Ultimates figures. The whole wave is great, but Rafael, when I pulled him out, that gave me the feels for the original toy style. So that's my number 5. I am more in love with this line than the NECA ones. What they throw in with the Super 7 stuff is amazing. So that's my number 5. Rafael, TMNT Ultimates line.
Yeah, he's good.
He's awesome.
Ooh, getting into some breakable stuff now. All right, so number 5. Number 5 for me is the other hot toy on the list, and that is the Mandalorian. Yeah, I mean, this is knocked out of the park. This is the first version too. I think the second version is out if you import it, but I don't import these things. Just get them through Sideshow. Got them on that flex payment. I got that flex payment life.
Yeah, well, I forgot when's Ahsoka is at the end of 2021, right?
Dude, yeah. I pre-ordered like 4 of those 332nd troopers, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that.
All right. Well, here we are on 5, and Rick must have this further up on his list, but I'm gonna go with the Pulse exclusive Black Series Cad Bane. So,
yes, sir. More Clone Wars.
I'm like, well, Rick hasn't said this one yet, but I know that it cannot be on 20. So
yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
All right, where are you at, Sport?
Number 4, Sport.
Number 4. You know, I thought I had it out and I forgot to bring it, but it is the Marvel Legends Doctor Doom.
Okay. Yeah.
I've wanted a Doctor Doom for so long. I almost bought the Toy Biz one because I missed that. I'm glad I didn't, because that Doctor Doom, I love it. I mean, that's just exactly how I want him to be. Great character, just beautiful figure. And I also got the more recent one, the carded one.
Yep.
I think he's cool too. So either one, great figure.
Yeah, that one hasn't come into me yet. So,
all right, number 4. Number 4, a big boy. Gonna go with Scorpenoc. Everybody that has this toy, I mean, you already know. It's freaking amazing. Probably the best Titan that they've done, which is crazy because there's some good ones.
Right.
But I've played with this one. This one ended up so far on the list. I mean, it looks good, yes, but I've played with this one. Again, if I've spent time with it, it's going to go further up the list for me. And this one I've spent a lot of time with. I like all its modes. I think I like the base mode and robot mode best. The Scorpion mode's probably the third one for me.
All right, so for my number 4, and let me go ahead and get this lit up too, so you can see everything about this. Because I have this where I can set it up. Once I finish this room, it's going to be right next to the Batmobile that lights up with the Batwing hanging from the ceiling over it with lights up. And then this sucker lights up, and you can see
that's a great toy.
His dash lights up, and then this has wires in it, so you can kind of pose it how you want. So this is kind of how he's posed on my shelf, I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, this moves and everything. So, yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Again, that DC Collectibles animated series line was top notch, man.
Yeah,
especially those vehicles. So
I really wish I got the Batmobile. Yeah,
I wish they had done a Robin like that. From Robin's Reckoning when he gets on the bike and peels out. He's all mad at Batman.
Yeah,
it's a good 2-part. That episode aired in prime time too. So thought that was. I wish they'd make a Robin where you can do that with that cape.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, luckily we did for icons at least get that Batgirl there, Burnside Batgirl with her bike.
Burnside one,
that one looks fantastic.
That's a sweet figure, yeah.
Okay, we're on number 3. It's my newborn child. Whew. Scorpy. God, these Titan class figures are just killer. I mean, I love them all. The Omega Supreme, I wanted to put on my list, but I got him as a reissue, so I decided not to. But this guy, he's like handling a small child to me, but with claws. I never thought that Hasbro would actually make this, to be honest with you. I figured we'll never see a Scorpenoc. But man, I'm glad they proved me wrong, because this guy is just freaking awesome. I can't wait to get him out of the box. Hopefully, I'll move soon. I can do that. But I think they killed it in all 3 modes. Usually, triple changers, no matter what size they are, there's always a mode that suffers. I love the Scorpion mode. I do kind of wish that they made the legs move like the original one did when you roll it. With the Scorpion legs go up and down. Remember that?
Yep.
I think that was a fine sacrifice, though. That's like not electronics and Skylinks.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, although I would have liked that they've done that, I'm okay without it. I don't miss it, but because there's just so much going on here, he's just brilliant. I mean, this is one of my favorite Transformers. Period. This guy is just fantastic. If you don't have him, I think they're reissuing him, so get him while you can. Highly recommended.
Oh yeah, they're reissuing Devastator as well. So.
Yeah,
that's good.
All right, so and Rick's next.
Where are we at? Number 3. Number 3. Here he is. He's shown up. Got that Clone Wars, Cad Bane, Clint Eastwood, Star Wars guy.
I would love that figure.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Take on the Jedi.
Yeah.
Take on the bounty hunters. Yeah, I was super excited to get him.
That would have been a great casting. Now that you mention it, like if it was a little bit further, back in his day, like hey, just cast Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
yeah. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Number 3, it made it on my list as well. Look how big this boy is. Like whenever you have them all stretched out and everything, like dude, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
So I like him a lot, and like you put his toe in a pose, and it sticks there. It's not all falling down, and the head you put it where you want, bend it. So
Well thought out.
I like it that he's not just falling down all over. Like you had your G1s, and like no matter how well you took care of them, the tail would just start falling down.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So.
Number two goes to, I picked the Netflix Optimus Prime, but you could easily substitute the regular release with the trailer. The reason why I went with this one is because this one has the toy colors, the G1 toy colors, and they painted the inside of his cabs blue, which I think looks a whole lot better than the gray that they have on the regular release of the character. This one just does it for me. It's got the darker blue colors, the slightly muted red. This thing just screams G1 Optimus Prime for me. It checks all the boxes. And I do have the regular Prime, and so I got the best of both worlds. So this is my number two. Just they killed it with this one. This is probably my favorite mainline Optimus Prime to date.
All right. Number two. Yeah, I mean the top two are just, if I had to throw everything else out, these are the two that I would keep. So gotta go Deluxe Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Classified. For me, it's the line of the year. And this figure is just ridiculous. The poses you can get it into, just forget everything you know. This is where it's at. Right here.
My final two, I wasn't able to bring them down because I don't have any more space around here, and they're just too freaking big. So number two is Omega Supreme.
Nice.
He's a great one.
They really did an interesting job with the way the rocket, how in robot mode it goes behind his back across.
Yeah.
I like that. That's something that's completely original. So they did something new with that toy.
I wouldn't mind having another. I need to pick that one up for my kid. He had told me that this year, it was maybe 2 or 3 days after Christmas. He's like, one thing I still didn't get, but man, I loved playing with it with you, was Omega Supreme. And he's right. The base mode to that is fantastic. Whether you're an adult and you love the bot mode, the kid, it's still good for all ages because that base mode is really hot, especially with the Micromasters. You got your Micromasters and Omega Supreme, you're good to go. You can entertain yourself, kids, whomever.
You can attach the plank formers to them and everything.
Yeah, you can expand it.
Yeah. That robot mode, the joints are great.
Yeah.
All right. Our final number one, Sport. What you got, man?
Number one for me, if I can find it, it's going to be again from Super 7. And this is the William Stout He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. This and Skeletor, which was further on the list, I just had to put him as number one. This is, like I mentioned earlier, we never thought we would get these because of rights issues and the fallout between Mattel and director and all this other mess. But Super 7 found a way, and this is also the only figure that has soft goods. His cape is fabric. The way it drapes on his back looks natural, which is something that's pretty hard to do on a 6 or 7 inch figure. The details, seeing it here doesn't do it justice. If you have this guy in hand, he's just filled with a lot of sculpted details. He's very nicely posable. It's got enough likeness to Dolph Lundgren. Really, just made my year for the Masters of the Universe collection because this line unfortunately ended. But it ended with, in terms of figures, with a bang for me. And this is my number one. I will always treasure this figure. Really happy to get it.
Big Dolph fan. That's what we need to do.
Dolph, yeah.
For our next Mount Rushmore is going to be Dolph Lundgren.
What did he say? I will gush you or something like that. Yeah.
That's a good figure. I mean,
I could name my Dolph Lundgren Mount Rushmore right
holy
now.
Crap. That's crazy. I need to do a little research and bring myself back to the 80s. There's a few newer ones that I like, but I might have to do some research. Hold off on that.
Yeah. All right.
Number one for me, just like mid-year, I kind of knew then nothing was going to top it. These Cobra Troopers, man.
What are those?
Never seen it before.
They're rare.
Yeah, I've never seen those in stores.
Same here.
Yeah.
Did they make those, really?
The fact that you could put like the goggles on. This one's got like the little armband. He's my leader. He's kind of peacocking a little bit. You can store the guns on the back like that. I'm a troop builder, and I had a lot of troops this year, but this one was easily the best one. And it sounds like the infantry, Cobra infantry, the mainline Cobra Trooper release is on deck. Sounds like it's coming in the next few weeks. So we'll have even more out there for people to pick up.
I want my Viper. Viper. Yeah.
I need a beachhead as well.
Yeah. Hey, the Vipers were 8 hours from making this list, but they're gonna, they'll show up.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess I can just do this. Mine's Scorpenoc. Let's see. Can I move that? Yeah, there's an Omega Supreme and Scorpenoc up there. So big boys, surrounded by a bunch of other big, thick boys. So I didn't want to be pulling them down, but I got everything. I got 18 of the 20 sitting over here. So I think I did my job here. So Randy, I haven't found any of the Target Joes. Well, that is the that is the club. Yeah, that's the club we're in. So all right, so let's go ahead and do some screen share. We do have some stuff to take a look at, considering that we haven't looked at anything since December 5th, so a little over a month. But Transformers, they're red. They're coming out with the Bumblebee and Coronation Starscream. So if you're into those non-transforming robots, the chair keeps sliding all over the place.
I hope they improve the quality on these things, because the first wave is kind of mediocre at best.
Oh yeah?
Did you mess with any?
No, I haven't even seen any in stores to mess with them. But from what I've seen in a lot of reviews, the plastic quality, they got swirly plastic, their posability is limited for what they are.
Oh,
the Megatron seems to be the best one of the first wave, because he's got the ab crunch, he's got... I'm just saying what I've seen,
But you also you're just did you get any of these? Did you find out?
No, but they're definitely not,
no.
I mean, I guarantee you, if you have one in hand, they're no Marvel Legends. They're no G.I. Joe line. They're really, it's for something that doesn't transform and is marketed as something that's really articulated, they really do come up short. So I hope they improve them in this next wave.
It just reminds me of that time. I forget who it was. It's like, I was wanting to see what this movie. Oh yeah, that movie sucks. Oh, you've seen it? No, I haven't seen it. I heard. I was like, here's the sport again with the reviews of stuff that he's never seen or messed with.
I'm an X-Men. I have that ability. I have that power. Yeah. I can just see it in my head.
All right. Well.
I'm trying.
So Walmart's going to be getting a wave 2 of the Headmasters, so makes sense.
That's
I need to see wave 1.
I don't need these since I already have them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I got the Takara ones already, but
they did change the deco a little bit.
I'm good.
But
I've got two of them. I've got the US and the Takara. So I mean, there's just no need.
Look at you. Okay, lucky.
I think I went all in on that wave of stuff.
Oh yeah, I did too. I was so excited.
They're good. They're really good.
But for some reason, if people were getting in late and weren't able to pick these up, then they're all great figures. They're all great figures.
They're all good. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that Weird Wolf a lot.
Yeah. I do too. He's fun.
Let's see. Oh well. Just give you Mind Wipe and Weird Wolf. Oh, why don't you want the rest of them, man? They're all awesome.
Yeah, get them all.
Here's some boring
Razor.
stuff. Yeah.
Yay!
Some boring stuff. Like,
Razor.
Need
I don't
that.
really care about this.
Pretty birdie.
She's cool because she dates my boy. She dates my boy.
And this is the first Air Razor that we've got that's actually really good. The original one was what a little, I don't know, remember the size class, but that was a really small one.
It's not great.
And
Yeah.
you're saying this is good sport? Is what
This
you're
is
saying?
much better than the original.
Looks more like her.
Yeah.
The best stuff.
Best.
The RC that are hiding. Huffer, yeah. That one's
Yeah.
good.
Huffer, yeah. Why are we getting another RC? Why?
Painted rims, no pegs.
That Huffer's a winner. Yeah.
Yep. He can carry the trailer too, right? He carries Prime's trailer.
Yes,
Yep.
you can. You can attach to it.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's a masterpiece Huffer, man.
Yep. Mini masterpiece.
Right. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's your Beast Wars stuff.
You
Hope you're
fossilized.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah. They're made well.
It's a cool night at the museum, you know, mashup.
All right, let's see.
They did Back to the Future. They did Top Gun. Now we got Night at the Museum.
Why not? Yeah.
You're gonna get a masterpiece skids.
Why?
And probably crosscuts.
I mean, you know, Jazz.
Galvatron.
Galvatron, yeah.
New Year.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Randy Books. Huffer is the only cool thing there. Like, who was demanding the skids? Unless are they just like, hey, we got to finish like all of like the first, not wave, but it was like the first year. Like Skids was the last one released out of kind of that first wave of Transformer figures. And that's why you didn't see him as much, because he was at the end.
Well, not only that, he was in barely one episode.
Yeah, nobody's screaming for that.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of the throne that the Decepticons turned him into, and that was it. That was his only contribution, if you can even call it that.
Yeah.
I mean, the original toy was okay, but really, I mean, MP Jazz, Galvatron, give us something that people really want.
Well, this one was from complete left field. No one saw this coming at all. Thundercracker.
Oh my God, they're making a Thundercracker?
You know what? I hate to go out on a limb here, because I'm already still out on that Galvatron limb for the past 8 years. But I'm going to say that there may be a Skywarpus too around the corner.
You need that to bring up those stats from the Galvatron, from that Galvatron bag place.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a good one.
We'll see. They're building up to it. We're getting Skywarp. We're going to get Thundercracker, which means they turn into the Sweeps and Cyclonus. So the Galvatron's around the corner.
No, you need that home run when you know that there could be a strikeout coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so Flame Toys. Here's their little model Windblade. You're gonna be getting a Windblade, so there you go.
Yay!
how much will Skywarp be? I would imagine the same as Thundercracker, probably.
If he's this year versus the next year, because I think they usually add $40 to the price point when the year changes.
Dude, I got out of that masterpiece. I actually went and showed my mom. So I went and got the Studio Series, the 86, Hot Rod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, so Mom, check this out. Look at this. This is a $30 figure. Here's the masterpiece, and I showed it to her. I'm like, this is like $100 figure, $70 difference. And look, you still get the little buzzsaw, and the size is a little bit different, but like, hey, don't they look like? She goes, yeah, they're almost the same. But I guess it's got to be a long time since she saw the G1. I mean, that was back in 1986, the last time she saw the G1 Hot Rod. But she was like, it doesn't look much difference from the one I got you when you were a kid. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is. Trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like, I can see why you gave up on that masterpiece line. I'm like, yeah, I remember I showed you the masterpiece Bumblebee back when I had it. Now look at this Bumblebee. It's $20 versus whatever, $70 or $75 what the other one was.
Yeah. The new one's $140. Yeah.
So here's 3-0 Deluxe Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. But I mean, that's something that we were talking about, Rick. It was like, look, these are like basically mini masterpieces now on a lot of these figures, and it just does not make, to me, unless you just have like, I've got plenty of money to blow. I'm not worried about money. If you're in that category, you go out there and you buy as many versions that you want. But if you're someone like me that's like, hey, you got your budget, you buy stuff you like. I was like, I can get rid of the masterpiece line. Maybe I just collect the leader. I'm just waiting for a Galvatron, but after that, maybe a Dasaurus, I'm done with masterpiece. Because the stuff coming out now is just so good, and the price point, even though it's increased, like, I don't mind paying that extra little bit of money for getting the quality that we're getting.
Right.
The other thing is, you don't mind transforming it, and here's the thing: if you break it, it's $30, and you don't have to import it or get it through an online retailer, and they're making a little money off of it. So I don't know, man. Like the fact that you can like Hot Rod, you can transform that in less than 5 minutes, easy, and you can play with it and not feel like it's going to break or anything like that. It's a good toy. It's good. I think it's as good as a masterpiece too. If they could make all of them like that, if they could, like Earthrise Prime, I think he's a mini masterpiece. He's right on the cusp of it. Hot Rod does it better, and the Bumblebee is nice as well. I don't know if he's mini masterpiece. He's good though, and for the price point, I totally agree. This has been a good year for Transformers, showing us what they can do with like a $30 price point.
Well, the thing with masterpieces, they're really not meant to be played with. Even though they can transform, they're not going to last very long. You just put them on the shelf, and that's it.
I consider transforming to be a play. It's puzzle play. That's what transforming is.
It's part of what it is, yeah.
But you should be able to, like my Beast Wars Megatron, I should be able to transform that to and from without any worries.
Right.
And I have worries.
That's why the main line shines. They like the new Rodimus, the new Megatron. You can pick them up. You can mess with them. They're not going to fall apart on you. They're not going to crack on you. You feel fine. You feel safe handling them.
This, by the way, this is X Transbot's Masterpiece Skilled Cup. Which you talking about transforming it, you consider it play. I was having a conversation with someone about they were sending photos in of their broken figures from NECA to NECA, and I did as well, and some other people got it to where we had a thread of people adding NECA, and then NECA just replied to us that their figures are not meant to be played with.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were like, the sucker broke taking it out of the package. You know, like we're not playing with it, and then like half of us got blocked.
What? They are listed as non-durable goods.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
I watched that video. That's funny.
Hopefully, more people will do the Super 7 stuff and stop giving NECA the business. You know, like if you just cut them off and don't get it, and like stick with the stuff that you can pose on your shelf and not worry about it. Like Super 7 stuff, it's pretty posable. You know,
Super 7, their plastic is better too.
Yeah,
I mean, their joints are better. They feel more durable. They're just better figures all around.
This is Chang Toys. Look at this dive bomb peacocking, man.
Good God. He's got that Wonder Woman suit on right there.
Dude, this is a PrimalSabbath figure right here. Just walking around peacocking. Look at it.
Whatever. That looks like the front of like an 80s Trans Am on the hood.
You asked Dakota.
Should I buy this for that?
Did you are you building the whatever it is, the Chang Toys Predaking? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but like all he has is like the 5 dive bombs, and he's just combining it that way.
Glue them together somehow. Yeah,
it'd be the most peacocky Predaking ever.
Dive bombs like, stand back, players.
I got this.
Okay, it says, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Says all the NECA figures right out of the box.
Exactly.
It's the Thanos feature. Yeah.
Cannon's good.
I think it would have been funny if they had the wings out even in cannon mode, where he's just like, I'm still peacocking.
They're actually well made from what I've seen, but I don't know how it's going to turn out because it's so stylized.
What? This is another prediction that you can tell by looking at the picture how well they're made.
Well, I've watched reviews of them. They're built like tanks.
Whenever I need you to be the one that goes and shops for my NECA figures, that way you can just look through the box and be like, okay, this one's not going to break.
I got you a good one.
Oh, I forget which one you got me.
Wrath in Disguise. Yeah.
Oh yeah. TFC. Lucifer.
Great name.
Yeah. It's a Cutthroat, right? Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad I got out of all this third party.
It's a rabbit hole that's hard to get out of. Yeah.
It's taken me years. I still have a few on my list.
Yeah.
I'm finishing up these Scorpenocs.
And you say that you just went through and just threw them all in the trash.
A bunch. A ton of old stuff. I forgot it had been so long. Doesn't it feel like just yesterday this stuff started? But it's been around forever. Yeah, I had stuff over a decade. It's a decade's worth of third-party stuff. Yeah, man.
I didn't even remember these TFC was still around.
They still function.
Yeah.
Is Fans Project still around? They still do stuff?
I haven't seen anything lately, but again, I'm not that big in it anymore.
Dude, they're probably still trying to sell that Ultra Magnus trailer add-on.
Oh, the Commander or whatever it was.
City Commander, yeah.
I love that thing back in the day.
I know. I remember getting it thinking like, dude, this is the cleanest looking thing. Like, boy, was that some time ago.
Back then, yes, those were the days.
I mean, it still looked pretty cool, but it was like we've obviously advanced a lot. Now this thing doesn't look. I don't think this thing looks too good. This is. I don't know. Something's wrong with those wings. Looking too thin. I just never really liked the TFC combiners.
They're okay. Like I remember when I first got started and I bought Hercules, it was pretty good. But even then, I wasn't like, oh my God, this is amazing. It passed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Make Toys Devastator came out, I'm like, oh, this one's cooler.
Oh yeah, that's the one I had, the Make Toys Devastator. I thought that one looked good. It was a little short, but I was like, dude, it looked nice.
It looked pretty hot, yeah.
All right, so the TFC Toys Megatron. This is a prototype, so it's a big old helicopter and I guess some kind of tank. That's a beefy boy, man.
As he should be.
Dude, that's a thick boy. Look at those
Big
calves.
boys.
Those calves with those thighs couldn't lift up those calves. Any of you interested in this?
No.
I have to pass.
What is this for? Is it to go against this guy? I think it, to me, I just can't quit looking at it. I keep looking at his little thighs, man. They're tiny.
Yeah, he missed thigh day.
Compared to everything else. I thought he's a quadruple changer. Looks like you add more armor and stuff to him. This is a pretty ambitious here. What's going on, man? Fans hobby. There you go, Dalton. There's some Armada Megatron.
Looks good.
I like my Armada Megatron, but I have no need for
the Hasbro one, right?
Third party. Yeah, just the regular one.
Yeah, I thought it looked fine.
Yeah, I have that one. I have the Galvatron. I still have those. I like them.
They're cool.
But I don't need third party versions of them. I like my original toys just fine.
All right. Turns into the tank.
His bunny ears are even bigger than I remember, though. They're big.
Here's your World War II hot rod.
Yes, we need that.
I guess it comes with a couple of things here. And this was just from a flashback scene, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And they're making figures off of that. I guess they'll make figures off anything.
I mean, especially out of that movie. That movie is straight up just garbage. So, I mean, if you got limited shelf space, you rolling the dice. Yeah. Talking about 2-second flashback scenes in that movie. But
especially with all these little accessories, like where does this stuff even tie into that flashback scene? Desk and chair?
Sure, why not?
Whenever we see these like obscure Bayverse third-party things, all I ever want, and I'll keep saying it every year, I just want to see a tally of how many they made and how many they sold. That's all I want to see. I'm so interested. I wish someone knew that and would show it, be willing to share it. I'm just curious, being a Transformers fan. I'm just curious.
Kaden says he comes with the watch that killed Hitler. Watch. Is that what this is? Is a watch? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to read too much into the lore of a a flashback. So
in a Bay movie.
yeah, Zeta Toys. This is a prototype Blitzwing, Starscream, Blitzwing.
Did you guys get the Studio Series?
I did.
Blitzwing?
Yes.
It's a pretty good toy.
It's a good toy, but they've royally botched the alt mode. It does not look like an F4 Phantom.
I guess the question is, was that like a $20, $25,
$30
toy?
Yeah.
And then how much is this one? Like $100
I'm sure it's about $100, but they could have still done a F4 Phantom. I don't know what they were thinking for that.
There's another one where I just want to see like how many they. Just so interested in. I want to know how many they make and how many they sell.
I kind of want this one just for the alt mode.
I mean, are there forums where people are like, "Man, I want that Blitzwing that from the Bumblebee movie."
And
I want,
yeah,
and I want to pay $100 for it. I don't know, man.
Even though he was only in the show for.
I need to go to like a TF con. I guess that's where I would be able to like take a poll and find out.
You just want to observe everyone at the TF cons.
I want to research the third party market and like things like this. I'm just curious.
Dude, we can make a documentary of
put on that
studying the third party people. All right, New Age Toys. Get yourself a Prowl. Or what are they calling him, Harry? Okay.
Little teeny tiny car. These little legends are hot.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I don't understand who wants these bots. I think they're just running out of ideas.
There you go. Yeah, the legends are cool. Some of my interest in the third party stuff just kind of went away when the More Than Meets the Eye and Lost Light comic ended and James Roberts, stopped writing it, and the other comics haven't been as good. I'm a big fiction person. Like, fiction is where and why I buy toys, whether it's G.I. Joe or Black Series, Clone Wars stuff. I'm big on the stories and the characters, and without it, it's just harder for me. I don't get into it as much.
This one's for Dalton. Somebody put one of these down for Dalton.
They just call him Icicle.
Some Galvatron love. So New Age Toys again. So you get the metallic version. There's a toy version and then a clear version for Dalton.
I actually pre-ordered the toy version. I don't think we'll ever get that, so I figured, why not? But these things are expensive.
How much are they?
I think around 60.
What?
Yeah.
A little Legends figure.
And they come with a lot of stuff, but it's still, that's my biggest objection with these things is they're really overpriced. They're really overpriced. This one right here.
This is awesome though. You can do that. Make them that fat.
Yeah, that comes with that. Yeah, I got that on pre-order, just because I like that so much. But
yeah, he's cool to put with your big Unicrons and stuff, though. I mean, I can understand why that would be a selling point.
Well, I'm putting it with my with my Scorpenoc, my Titans.
Oh yeah.
Because they're about the right size for it. So they're still a little big, but you can make it work. Just don't get too many because they're pricey. Like that Prowl is about $30.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. The Galvatron's $60.
Yeah, it's $60-something. There are different prices for them too. It depends on which version you get.
All right, somebody put one of these down for Dalton as well.
It's lickable.
Maddie says Bayverse stuff seems like it's getting more and more stuff made. Yeah, that doesn't make any
It seems
sense.
that way.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, it came out in 2007. Those kids are, starting to get to that age where they can buy stuff.
Yeah, but it's all out there on phone. People are trying to unload all that stuff, and you can get like deluxes for like $55.
That is true.
Oh, and a clear Megatron as well.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
So look what else they did with the mold here. Straxus.
Yeah, I can't justify buying that. These prices are too high for them. Looks good.
I mean, it looks nice with all the metallic paint and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the toy version simply because I don't think we'll ever see that in any other form. But
I don't know, man. My shelf space is valuable.
All right, hey, and they made a fifth. I mean, they're getting their use out of this mold here, right?
There's comic book stuff everywhere. The SG, I like the Shatrdglass Megatron, but I love the toys that I have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Kurt Fury says, sadly, it's only us buying. Kids are TikToking and Fortniting.
TikTok.
I would love the Shatrdglass Megatron from BotCon. I wish
that's a good toy.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Also newish toys. Here's Herbie.
Oh, Herbie.
And then I guess it's showing you his size and all that stuff. Whatever.
Go away, Herbie.
Iron Factory. Look at all these, like, what are they calling these? Samurai somethings?
I don't know.
Samurai versions, or there's Samurai homage and G1 homage. So all in here. So I'm assuming you'll be able to figure out which one's the Samurai and the G1.
Yeah. Not for me, but if you like it, you win.
Oh, and we getting that Galvatron leader class. And then I bet we get an Alpha Trion too.
I'm looking forward to that Galvatron leader class. I sold that Titans Return Galvatron in anticipation for this new one.
I never bought it because it wasn't up to the standard I wanted.
Yeah, it's pretty not up to. Yeah.
Can't wait for the rumored G2 series. Are they gonna do a G2 series? Really? I know that the second season of the cartoon, it was good up until the last 10 seconds of the show, and then it let you know that season 3 is gonna be pretty terrible.
I just wish they talked faster.
Those I put it on someone made a meme and I put it on my Facebook page, and it had Alita 1 where she's like blah 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 blah, and it has like Optimus Prime like grabbing his head like, oh my god, my head hurts, will this person shut up? And then it shows season 2 where it's Jetfire blah 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 blah, and it's Alita 1 holding her head like, oh my god, I have a headache, I wish this dude would shut up. Yep, Beast Wars. Oh, lockdown, man. It's been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah, it's lockdown low. All right.
Animated lockdown, huh?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's funny. Yeah, Beast Wars bad. I guess that's on them. Mcfarland Toys, known for ripping off a lot of companies. So is this their design or is it somebody else's? I'm not really sure. If it's someone else's design, then I don't want to be showing it off, but I can't remember seeing anything like this, so maybe they did their own thing this time. But
yeah, they're a mixed bag. Sometimes they copy and sometimes they do their own thing. I don't know about this one though.
anyway, I think there's other Headmaster little legend guys out there already from different companies. So I don't know. I don't trust a company that copies and rips off, others. And then they also, did their little Optimus alligator version as well.
I hope it is a lucrative business for them.
Dalton mocking Beast Wars haters, by the way. There ain't no Beast Wars haters. Just we don't care about it. Like you're irrelevant,
I like Beast Wars. Beast Wars is fine.
All right, that's enough of this guy. All right, let's see. Transformers Movie Toys is the name of this third-party company. You can tell what they're committed to.
Gee.
I can't even believe that they were able to call themselves that. Or Hasbro just hasn't taken note of it yet. Transformers Movie Toys. Can you believe that? And if you guess what they make, Transformer Movie Toys. And Bumblebees.
Weird. Who's Bumblebee?
They're going to be taken down hard.
That doesn't even look right. That doesn't even... Like, the Studio Series looks better than that.
And there's at least 100 Bumblebee to choose from. It's like, it's hard to even do a comparison. I bet you could do a Bumblebee a day, like this year. And
Bumblebee a day for the whole year.
like that's your Instagram. That's your only Instagram plan. That's your strategy.
Oh, and it's gonna have screws right here. Dude, man, y'all shouldn't come out with these figures.
But look at all that time they spent on that logo. What?
Yeah. That's where the budget went.
Somebody's like, yo, instead of TNT, what about TMT? Oh my God. Stop it. Just stop it.
Toy World coming out with a World War I battleship Jetfire.
This hurts.
Was he? What was he a battleship?
I think did we look at this one before? I feel like we talked briefly.
Yeah, I think so.
Just briefly. I feel like we talked a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll kind of go quick.
It does seem like the Baber stuff is kind of everywhere, though, right? In the third-party world.
Yeah, it is.
Because the main line has been giving us good stuff, like G1 stuff.
Yeah, like this is what third party should be concentrating on right here. Is like, hey, here's this great figure Jetfire. Well, Shockwave Labs says, let's give them some missiles.
Yeah.
They could, bend and go
like
all over the place.
Yeah, little accessory kits. That's where it all started. Little add-ons, little accessories.
Yeah, look at that. All right. What we got here? Some Black Series.
Oh,
Yay.
So, yeah, got that.
can't wait.
Pre-order was easy.
And can they resculpt? Can they give us a Clone Wars version too, but like just slightly retool and do a new head? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it that far removed? Could they do that? I hope so, because I want the Clone Wars version too.
You own stock in that company? What, the Shockwave Lab? I guess I'm gonna get me some more Death Troopers. Since they'll be at what, $20 instead of, because the ones on the Amazon they're all dirty.
Oh, the
$25.
Republic credits things, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, well, they're all dirty looking.
Yeah.
And you're charging me $25? Like, dude, I don't want that. Like,
Yeah, that's a good price point.
and so pick these up. Don't hate on my company's designs. Which company are you talking about? Are you talking about that Transformers movie Toyz?
Yeah, these guys are. I think this is good timing because you had them in the Mandalorian, and they've been off the market for a while since Rogue One was out. So it's been a number of years.
Let's see. The hover tank driver. Wasn't this a Toys R Us exclusive? I've got three or four of them, and I think this was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Yeah, I can't remember picking this up even. I remember the Shore Troopers, remember the Death Troopers. I have a few of each. This one I can't remember. I may only have one or two of these.
Randy says yes. Yeah, because I have at least three of them.
This is like the tank driver, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Maddie was saying now Rick ripping on my personally designed logo. Man, you must be like a few minutes behind us. You're talking about that Transformers movie Toys, man. Yeah, so I don't need any more of these. This one was, God, man, the exclusives, Jesus. There's so many freaking exclusives. Was this one a Walmart or what? Oh, dude, I can't even remember where these exclusives. Before this year, I could go through the entire thing and be like, this is this exclusive, this is this exclusive. Yeah. I can't do it anymore. And this didn't even come out in 2020. It's just my brain has been fried by so many freaking exclusives all over the place that I couldn't tell you to save my life because there was a Scare Stormtrooper that was regular release, and then there was this guy, which is the Shore Trooper, and he was an exclusive somewhere.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Walmart.
I remember that. I was it Walmart?
I think it was Walmart. Yeah,
could have been. I think I only got two of them though. I need another one.
I do too. Yeah,
I've got either three. I think I've got three. Yeah, I've got at least three of these. So this is back whenever I was able to actually, even though it was exclusive, like, hey, it's actually there in store, and Army.
I only saw one in store. Walmart stuff's harder for me. Target's a little bit easier for me. Not everything, but even back then, my Walmart, I only saw those once. I remember I had to have a buddy send me one. I know I have two, at least two.
All right.
This
I've got three of these as well.
I think I only have one, and it's in the box. I never opened it, so I'm probably going to get three of these. Yeah, I don't think I ever got more than one.
I like that. Need more.
Yeah, this is a nice. I like that they're doing all these troops. So they've been off the market for a while.
This is the third time they released a Tusken Raider.
I can finally get one.
Yeah, I just need maybe 2 from a Mando area.
Stuff for Dakota.
Oh.
Is there anything else? I mean, we don't really care about that. All right. And here they are. Hasbro's like, hey, we'll just paint this darker colors, and hey, buy this helmet again.
Yep.
Like,
the
nope.
the new Mando Bubba, or the new modern Bubba.
I'm like, nope.
Pre-order day one.
You dead? Do you have the other one?
Yeah.
No, that's too much. That's too much for me. I'm not doing that. Dark Saber.
I put a pre-order on that too.
Dark Saber.
And your Slave 1.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the little stand.
Stand makes it, man. Because they painted the backside of it this time. Like, it looks really nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For the price, they're better.
It's a nice toy. And it's a nice big toy.
Yeah.
And everything, rotates like it does.
That's a cool feature. Yeah.
It's got a compartment in the back over top of the ramp, and then it's got a compartment in the front too. The Han carbonite ends up going in the front part, and the other locked up cell or whatever you want to call it goes in the back.
Oh, and he's got his little bombs too.
Yeah, the seismic charges, they lock in.
It's pretty neat. Marvel Legend Firestart. I don't even remember who this is, so I didn't even pre-order this. So.
Did you not watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? I was old. I know I'm older. It was a television, like a cartoon in the early '80s.
It's really cheesy. They all lived in an apartment.
Very very campy. It was Iceman, Firestar, and Spider-Man.
Living
in they had a ton of guest stars.
Studio apartment that would transform.
I must have not watched that one. I watched the one where it was 2 seasons, and it was like towards the end was with Madam Web and stuff like that, kind of going around the same time with X-Men.
Yeah, that's 90s stuff. This was the early 80s.
Early 80s.
I'll have to look and see where it is.
She is in the X-Men universe too, in the X-Men comics, but just a little bit. But mostly people know her from that cartoon.
She's a cool character though.
Yeah, she's cool.
Her uniform's pretty boring though.
Mm-hmm. Very straight from the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to see some new things. Like Hasbro, you've obviously gotten your monies out of this little effect. That and the little Doctor Strange and Polaris.
Havoc, yep.
Like, Jesus, man. Like, come up with some new things there.
Oh.
All right, so Massive Universe Origin stuff. So get some Deluxe.
Gonna be a big He-Man year.
Yeah, now that Target has access to these, they can carry them. Big Bad Toy Store has them in pre-order as well.
Big year.
I hope so.
I loved
Origin
Skeletor so much when I was a kid.
Look, I love that he's coming with that shield, that Skeletor.
Yeah.
Because you get him, you get Panther, and you put him on Panther with the shield. I'm all about that. That's like a little slightly different look that I don't have currently, and it makes sense because it's armor. It makes sense for the figure.
Now those armored ones are $20 price point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you get the extra heads and stuff too.
Right.
I like that they're doing that. You get the one extra hand.
Mm-hmm.
Your Castle Grayskull. You get Sorceress.
It sucks that if I buy that, I'm only buying it for Sorceress, you know. But I might skip it. I don't know.
I have it on pre-order just in case.
I mean, do you want an all-white Sorceress though?
I don't need it. Like as long as they make the other one, so that I have that as part of that specific line.
You know they will.
It's a itty baby one next to the one with the classics.
Evil Lynn with her. Yeah, I don't remember her being so like limeish green looking, but is this one? I haven't seen the Hordak.
Me neither. I knew it was coming, but I don't know when.
Dude, Landshart looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about getting that.
And that's going to be bigger than the original.
It's cool.
They upsized it.
So he's not new, and I've seen him out too. Merman's new, right?
Merman's new.
He's pretty new. Him and Zodak and She-Ra and Roboto.
Ninjor.
Yeah, like he's another one. Like, what's the date on this? Is he a spring toy? Like Hordak and Ninjor, are they spring?
Yeah, I think they're spring. March-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Duke, what's up, man? He says, yeah, it was.
I like this Orko. I like that you can put him in. I like the little flight stand for him.
Oh, I actually saw a Panther today, and either Walmart or Target. Huh?
I haven't gone in any store since our COVID numbers went through the roof since Christmas, and I haven't been out a whole lot.
I only saw one Panther though.
Eventually, I'm gonna get him though.
There's gonna be two versions. There will be a Walmart exclusive that's flocked.
Okay, this one wasn't flocked though, and I believe it was at Target.
Yeah, Target has that one.
They had a bunch of these Sky Sleds.
My kid still needs one of these. We just can't find it locally. Maybe Target, now that Target's got it, maybe he'll go up there.
It was at Target. They had like 15 of them.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. All right.
I got mine from Toy Squirrel, and now they have a bunch, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check out Target soon then.
Yeah, me too.
Ram Man's new.
He's also a deluxe. Yeah.
Roboto's new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got him. I don't have Zodak yet.
Scareglow, we knew about him, but like he was.
Yeah, got him. I love him.
Yeah, I pre-ordered 2.
I don't have She-Ra yet.
That's She-Ra, man.
She-Ra.
Shelter packed with them. Stratos.
Nobody loves Stratos. Oh, wow.
I love Stratos.
I like Stratos.
I got him on a flight stand in front of the castle. He's taking off.
Nice.
I love him.
Cool.
Is this Tila new? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been up for a while.
Oh, okay. So
Trapjaw.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Trapjaw. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, Triclops is coming too. Maybe he's not. Is he in the spring wave?
Yeah. Yep.
God, I love playing with him as a kid too.
Yeah, he's new.
It's fun. Yeah.
I need to get this one. This one's been out for a while, a few weeks anyway.
See, you can just make them naked, kids.
They're cranking them out now. I'm glad. Yeah. Hopefully, I hope to see them at Target.
Look. Okay, so new ones here. They're coming out with Turtles in Disguise. Like, dude, that's instant pass on all this. Then a Gecko and Vern.
That is a buy for me.
I like the Gecko. The Vern is like, eh.
Yeah, but the Gecko makes it for me.
Which company is this? What am I looking at?
NECA.
Okay, gotcha.
So these are cartoon series. So these will be the ones that are at Target. Muckman and Ace Duck, cool. And then they're coming out with all 4 frogs. Of course they would, because it's NECA.
Yeah.
So it's like I can pass on those turtles. I like the Gecko and the Ace Duck and Muckman. I mean, there's like a couple frogs you like, but I mean, all 4.
Will it be a 4-pack or 2 2-packs?
I bet it'll be 2 2-packs.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. So ones that haven't come out yet, I believe Ultimate Foot Soldier. Look at this big Chrome Dome, man. He's bigger than Krang.
Yeah.
I did like Chrome Dome when I was a kid, but then I'm still missing a 2-pack of these Triceratop guys. And then there's a Rat King as well. And then, well, I'm passing on the bunnies. Yeah, like, there's no reason for that. NECA also coming out with some The Boys figures. You got Homelander and Starlight. There you go, Rick.
Yeah, I like her. I don't need a figure though. But
waiting on the phone 1/1 scale. NECA also doing a wave for their 40th anniversary, wave 4. So another Xenomorph for Ripley, and I forget what that chick's name is. So
just keep on cranking that out.
yeah, I won't spend too much time. It's just a different color big jump. So yeah. Power Rangers. Another wave for the Lightning collection. So I don't know anything about Power Rangers.
I collect it. None of it made my list though.
Same here.
I collect it.
I almost did though. Yeah.
Are they doing you like the job they're doing better than what was it Bandai that did it?
I do. Yeah. And the proportions are better. Accessories are cool.
The joints are better.
Articulation, I wish they do the drop down legs, like the G.I. Joes. But I understand, it's a license thing. They don't own it. Or I guess they do. Did they buy the whole license? Could they do the drop down legs for free? I mean, but like G.I. Joe, they're thrown in. But you would think, I can't remember if they own this now. I can't remember. But anyway, Power Rangers wise, they're not as good as the Joes, but they're better than where they were. If that makes sense.
All right, so Mcfarland. Let's get on to the figures.
Oh yeah, I got this pre-ordered. My Damian Wayne.
Yeah, because you're going all into the 7-inch. I still like my Damian Wayne from my
the Icons is good. The one that came with the Superboy, super good. Yeah. It's my Death Metal Batman. I got that pre-ordered. He's the one that goes with the bike.
Oh, okay. So he's the one that go with the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, the boat bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of got a Lobo look to him, and then
this one is the first. This is one of the only ones I'm not getting. Like if I don't like the story, I'm not going to get the figure. That's kind of how I am, unless it's like just a really cool looking aesthetic. And I'm not crazy about that Red Sun. I watched the little movie. It was okay.
Yeah, so you did see the movie that came out.
Yeah, I never read the book. I know a lot of people like the book, but I did see the little animated movie. It's fun.
Good.
It's fun. It's all right. But yeah. And this is the last one that I need for the metal guys that they did last year. Most of them were exclusive at Walmart. I think now they're at other places. But the Drowned is instead of a Bruce Wayne, it's Bryce Wayne. It's the only female out of the whole group from another Earth, and she's got like the Aquaman Batman combo. So
yeah.
Most of the all the other Bruces were male. This one was the only one that was female.
No, okay.
Yeah, she's got a cool design.
Yeah.
That wraps the whole gang of them up. They've done all.
Look, check this out. The Duke, he says G.I. Joe dreams about He-Man distribution.
That's true.
If only, yeah.
Look at this one. I mean, we got an awesome Batman Beyond already with our.
Oh yeah,
Just what I want. Just what I really want.
I do. Yeah, I do want this one too.
We'll see. So that's their little preview of him.
Yeah, I'd love to get that.
I'm getting one. This will probably be my first one.
I hope he's as big as he seems like he's going to be nice and chunky.
I
like
need
if he's
a big boy to go on my icon shelf.
I mean, you saw the Devastator Bruce Wayne, right? Like the Doomsday Batman. It was chunky. Like in the box, it's all the way to the window, you know, where you worry about the paint getting scraped up against the bubble. But I hope this one is as big as him. He'll look good. Even though he's the game version, he'll still look good with like Flash and stuff.
I might look for that.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I'll know.
And eventually, if you want to have like a Legion of Doom, you got to have Grodd as part of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This Flash, his face don't look too good, Rick. I'm sorry.
That's the game version, right? Like what's that one called?
Yeah,
the one with Grodd.
Yeah, but
Injustice or something like that.
He still don't look good.
Yeah, I'm not getting him. He's not part of the comic book world I live in.
Look at that face, man.
Yeah.
Be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, the Barry Allen one looks really good from the comic book stuff from this past year. Is this a repaint?
Yeah, what are they calling this one? White Knight red cover variant.
Oh, yeah, it's another variant.
So Todd likes his variants and chase figures and
Batman.
Yeah, I don't need that one.
Yeah, he definitely likes his Batman with what he's proven so far.
Has anybody seen the red Nightwing? I've got the Red Hood single figure, but I'm looking for the Nightwing that's in the 2-pack with Red Hood. I think it's a Target exclusive.
It is a Target exclusive, yeah.
Have you guys seen it yet? Is it out?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I'd love to get that.
Some Mortal Kombat. So what y'all need 2 of those? The Red Hood 2-pack thing?
Yeah, I just want the Nightwing, but I'll take them both, if I have to. Unless Sport wants it, split them.
I'll think about it.
Anyone collect the other fighting games, Mortal Kombat?
I've got Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Spawn from.
You have this one, Scorpion?
No, not that version. Like the other, there's another, whatever the first version was that they did. I don't really get into it that much. Like if they made a Sonya Blade, I'd pick her up. I've got 3 or 4 favorites, and that's about it.
Okay. There was a move that Sonya Blade could do. Am I remembering this correctly? Where she turns away from the screen and pulls her top down, and then the guy faints or something.
I don't remember. I don't know if I ever did that one.
I definitely remember that.
my cousin, he knew all the babyalities and fatalities.
Oh
and
yeah.
animalities and I remember him being like, "Have you guys seen Sonya Blade pull her top down?" I'm like, what's this dude talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
like dude, I can barely put like a 3-hit combo because I'm not good at these fighting games, and meanwhile he's over here and that's all he plays.
Yeah.
Played for her,
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, like she turns around and like pulls her top down, and then like the dude faints or something.
I haven't seen it, but I'm sure there's probably one out there.
So, am I thinking of the right game, or is it another one? Oh, Kurt, he says that was Orchid from Killer Instinct. Okay, yeah. I remember it was somebody. I'm like, this is bizarre.
Yeah, I like that Killer Instinct game. I played that at the arcade a whole lot. Was it Super Nintendo that they made a version at home? I can't remember. But
yeah. I had that.
I just remember like playing it as whatever the wolf was, and I remember like it would always be like combo breaker, like all the time, like as I'm playing.
Dude, I had like a couple moves, and I've just played as Sendor, I think it was, to where he just turns into like a ball of like fire, and I just kept my brother in the freaking corner the entire. Like as soon as you start off, dude, hear my ball of fire is coming on my. I'm just like, just keep you over there. that was like my whole game plan. Now, if you broke that on me, like there was no backup plan. Like I would just go back and try to do that. I'd like maybe jump back a couple of times to create some space, and then like I'm going right back to it. This is Bayfax. Yeah, I don't care about the Superman, but
I kind of like it though, but I don't know if I want to spend the money.
Let's see. We're just trying to get through these things, not take up too much time here. Mayfax Thor. This is Chunky Boy Thor.
Yeah.
Yes.
The instant game.
Looks like it. Says one chunky boy should realize another chunky boy. Dude, my speaking of these, just because he's a chunky boy, my old boss was on Facebook, and like she was like really excited, and she posted, she was like, I've discovered the recipe of how to make Taco Bell Mexican pizzas, and like she was like real happy about it or something, and then I just commented, I was like, but at the end of the day, you're still eating Taco Bell. So I'm like, if you want me to make some cooking videos for you, I can. And she got kind of upset, like, all right, so you like eating Taco Bell. I mean, you live in Texas. We have all types of Mexican food around us, and no one should be eating Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah, yuck.
Like I always hear like the young kids, the college kids are like, oh yeah, we're like
it's cheap and you can get it late at night.
They're up north and stuff, where there's not like Mexican food restaurants like on every single corner. Then like, okay, they know Taco Bell, so I get that, but
that's my area.
She's in Texas, so, but she was like upset about that. Because I was like, why would you want to know that recipe?
It's like those Taco Bell taco shells that you can buy.
You're 3-0. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, dude, I can't do any of that fast food Mexican food restaurant stuff. I don't see the point in that. I just go to another like a regular sit down, even Tex-Mex food, and just put in my to-go order and take it, go eat it. Or I'd cook it at my house too. But anyways, this is Sentinel. It's so weird because he doesn't have a face. Yeah, and those fast food Mexican food restaurants, like their beef, their ground beef, it's like mushy.
Yeah.
Like that's so gross.
Never is good.
Yeah, that's gross to me. They never put enough cheese on the stuff. Their tortillas are just like straight from like the package, to where like even whenever I cook my tortillas at home, like I get out, like I have a pan, and so I'll turn the oven on or the stove on, and I'll put them on there so they kind of get toasty. Yeah, they taste better. You're basically like cooking the tortillas like you would if you went to a restaurant and they put the little dough ball and it goes, the cycle down there. Like, yeah, you put it in a pan and cook it up a little bit. I should do some cooking videos. I think
Change it up.
Yeah. Dude, I've been cooking like lobster and crab legs. I'm gonna cook filet mignon tomorrow.
It's good stuff.
So,
my wife fixes that up for us. She's the cook of the house.
Injustice. This is by Storm Collectibles, Aries. Yeah, a soy meat. Yeah, I don't even know what a soy meat. We were talking about this earlier. I was talking to my mother, and it's like, yeah, these people, like how they're like, oh, I want this and stuff. I was like, if I own my own restaurant, like here's the stuff that's on there, and like don't come in here asking for like vegan stuff, and hey, and like hey, where's your vegetarian menu? It's the same menu, except for when the plate comes out, you just take the steak off of your plate, and now it's vegetarian. Like that's my vegetarian menu.
It's like the Johnny Lawrence restaurant.
It is, and like and I use like I'll saute some mushrooms. Yeah, I should make a video sometime and do it, but the kitchen's kind of messy right now.
If you're a vegetarian in Texas, you're in the wrong state.
Lanyard Toys producing 7-inch and 12-inch scale Predator figures. These look where you could actually like maybe move them around in like the NECA.
Oh.
So yeah,
they won't turn to
maybe a little bit more for kids. Yeah, dude, man, I cook up a storm. Let's see. Okay, so getting into the 1/6 scale stuff, 3-0. You gonna get? Are you guys, Rick?
Nope.
Any of these interest you? What?
Really?
Not even Pink Ranger?
Really?
Nope. I like the 6-inch size, and that's all I need for that particular license.
What if they put her in like a pose where like her knees were kind of turned in, and
nope. I like that 6-inch only on that stuff. I like it, but I don't like it enough to buy like 1/6 scale price point stuff.
And there's 5 of them. How does it say how much they cost here? Nope. I'm sure they're around $200. 3-0 also coming out with a Morgan. So we'll preview him.
Nice.
That would have been cool, like maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
We found something that's going to be on Dakota's top figures of 2021. It's a Sideshow Gambit.
There we go.
Oh, you can have different hairstyles too.
Got his little cards charging up and his hands kind of glowing. That's cool.
Pretty good. Nice.
Hey, share. Yeah, look at his little different hairstyles.
Yeah.
The trench coat looks nice too. That's not too bad looking, man.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. Need for Dakota, we need, what do we need? Slot machine, swamp boat,
Yes.
and pack of cigarettes.
And a gator.
And a gator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That maybe like that hat that Leatherhead wears or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just gonna put a lobster in his or a crawdad in his belt loop too.
And a pack of cigarettes. Yeah.
That's Dakota. We could just make like a turtle villain out of Dakota. It is leather where he's just throwing crawdads out at people like they're shurikens.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Oh man, this is so sad. Hot Toys, they're actually making the Cyberpunk figure. Have you heard about this game?
Yeah, I mean, I know about it. I know of it.
I mean, do you know about how like bugged and trash it is?
I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's I mean, because it got delayed like 4 or 5 times, and then when they finally come out with it, like it is garbage. It's like 2D poly animation. There's and a lot of it has to where if people are playing it on like PS4 and last gen consoles, not the newest ones. Actually, PlayStation, I believe, took it off of their store to where you couldn't even buy it anymore. Poor Keanu Reeves, man, get himself mixed up in this.
Probably shaking his head right now.
Yeah, I had some friends like it sucks because I really wanted to play it. I was like, well, they'll probably fix it, in a couple years, and by that time you can pick it up for like $10. So, Hot Toys reissuing Iron Man 2. Is it Mark 5? Is what it says. Mark 5. You got your Mark 5 already?
Yeah. I think the aftermarket on that last year was like, I don't know, $700 or something. It was $800.
Jeez.
So it makes sense that they're bringing it back out.
Yeah.
They do that every once in a while. They'll do that if it's off the market for a while.
Wow.
I guess the people that buy them and try to flip them, I guess it's bad for them, but oh well.
This looks really cool to me. This is something that I may consider. Classic suit Spider-Man.
I saw that. It's kind of cool. I haven't bit yet, but it's cool that they're doing it.
And they keep on showing Scorpion tail. Is this like a hint at one coming soon or something?
I don't know. I mean, is it just like something you can put in your pictures, for Instagram? It's like a little piece that maybe you can just kind of slide in to the side and make it look like he's fighting Scorpion. I think they've been doing some of that because I feel like something came with the Dr. Octopus arm.
That'd be cool if that was the stand right there, where you could hang off the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I wonder if it is.
It might be. I mean, they're showing it in a bunch of them. I have to look it up. I haven't looked it up.
Be like a deluxe or something. It is a stand. Cool.
That's cool. That might be worth getting. I could use that for my Scarlet Spider too.
Wait, let's see. So does come with the Scorpion tail. Then the interior, which is, I don't know, that's kind of boring.
Yeah, it looks like it just slots in on the back of that stand or right against it. So that's kind of cool though. I like when they do stuff like that.
That would be a Spider-Man that I would consider, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Good
2 more. Transport Trooper.
Yeah, I did not pre-order this one. I feel like they're getting kind of crazy. They're just doing everything that appears now.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pick them up from a Black Series.
Yeah, I'll pick them up for Black Series.
Yeah.
I did pick up the Incinerator Trooper. I liked him enough to do it, but like if they had this where you had like Mayfield under there, like his face sculpt or something, I might have bought it then.
Short Troopers and Scarif Troopers look so awesome. That looks like it's just the Hover Tank Trooper helmet, right?
That's what it looks like to me.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And Moff.
Is this I don't even know if I pre-ordered this one. I need to make sure. I think I did. I think I got this one.
You got to make him a lot shorter than those Stormtroopers.
Yeah. I didn't know he was that short until I got the new Black Series figure, and I noticed it, and then I looked it up, just looked up his height, and he is that short. So
how tall is he?
Like 5'8", I think. When I looked
Hey man, I'm 5'9".
Well,
ain't that short.
Next to your Stormtroopers in Mandalorian, though, look at have you got the figure yet?
Nah.
Once you stand him up next to him, you'll notice it. You'll notice the difference.
Especially Death Troopers. Those things are tall anyway.
Yeah, they're like lanky soldiers. Makes them a little creepier. I like the Death Troopers because they're kind of lanky and more skeleton.
All right. So I believe, yeah, that's it on that. So, yeah, we got in the 20 for 2020. We covered the last month of news that we missed out on, and just under 2.5 hours. So I think we did pretty good. So
pretty good.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have the next show is gonna be in 2 weeks, Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our Mount Rushmore is going to be Dolph Lundgren movies. We'll have our figure of the week coming back. Hopefully, you guys can send in your collection spotlight if you have one. Again, just take pictures of your collection. Send in an email to me at g1extron@gmail.com. We'll take a look at the show. I'll look at it on the show. Sport, you can go ahead and sign us out, man.
All right. Find me, Andrew, as Sportimus on YouTube and as Sportimus Prime on Twitter and Facebook.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Shatrdglassjazz.
And you can find me